Alright, what's going on everybody? Today is Wednesday, October 3rd, and it is about 9 hours or so, maybe 10 hours or so until I'm leaving for a Jeep Jamboree down in North Carolina, Harry. And I've decided to add in my ARB air locker manifold kit and also run my Airline to a secondary location in the back of the Jeep. So I'm going to be doing the install of the manifold on the metal cloak mounting bracket that we have under the hood, and then running the Airline, and I also have a pressure gauge. So that's what today's video is going to be about. We'll see how fast I can get this done. I don't really want to spend more than an hour and a half, otherwise I'll have to finish it maybe down in North Carolina tomorrow afternoon, or even when I get back. So we'll see how we do. Alright, here we go. Alright. So this section of the mounting bracket, that's for the manifold. So that's where we're going to put the manifold, mount that, and then connect the Airline to the manifold, and then bring the line off for the Airline. Alright, so in my ARB manifold kit, get the manifold, and it's 1/4 inch NPT pipe threading for the inserts for where you're going to put the Airlines. So that has a steel braided Airline, flared connections, and then they give you another one for the compressor side, and then your mounting hardware. So those are the parts that come in the box, and let's get to installing. Alright, first thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be wrapping the ends with plumber's tape so there's no leaks. Alright, so putting this in here. And this is actually 14 mil, so you can tighten it down. Don't want to go too tight. Alright, so I'm going to put this in the manifold, same thing. Press it in and then tighten it down. So that's set. So the way this is going to be is the manifold's going to sit right there, and then the Airline is going to run from here to there. I'll probably like this. Alright, so we're going to set that up. So I'm going to attach this first, and then I'll attach this after. So, definitely would have been easier to do this all at once. When the original mount was out, but manifold is in. got the lines. Now I'm gonna just tighten this down to the compressor, and then we'll install the pieces going in here for the out of the manifold for the Airline. Alright, so when tightening this, just be wary, this is a flange fitting or a flare fitting, so just make sure it seats properly before you really crank it down. The tightening is 14 mil, so I'm using a 14 mil wrench. Just going to tighten it down. So like that. There we go. Airline's connected. So now we're going to put this fitting in. Alright, so where that manifold outfitting is, I got a 90-degree male 1/4 inch MPT fitting, and this is the 1/4 inch female. And then got the fitting that goes in it. That makes a right angle. And now I'm going to do a quick connect right here, so that way if there's any problems with the hose line, I could just disconnect it and replace the hose. So I'm actually going to use the ARB hose and kind of butcher it a little bit to get it in, hook it up onto the pressure gauge, and then run it to the back of the Jeep. Alright, so you can see I got my right angle, my male fitting, and my female connection from the ARB hose. That's just going to run here. I'm going to tuck it under this wiring, and then I'm going to run a length of hose, chop it, and bring it in through the cab. Alright, cut the end of the hose. I'm going to run it through the firewall. Alright, so I got the hose run, and it's now down through the firewall. Alright, there it is. So I'm basically going to hook up the pressure sensor onto here, and then run the hose down along here to the back. Alright, so I got to end it here for now, unless I can get to the hardware store and get a part. This is the air gauge by Zenith. So that's the gauge, or that's the display. Here's the gauge. I actually need a T fitting to come off this, and then a T for the line to come in and the line to go out. This is where the wires hook up. So I need a T fitting, otherwise I can't continue. So I'm going to try and get that today. If not, this project's going to have to wait until I get back from my trip. I can still use the whole setup. I just have to change out the connection with this line and just connect my other line. So, alright, we'll see what happens. But for now, this is done. What's up, everybody? Today is Friday, October 12th. I am back from Jeep Jamboree Uwharrie in North Carolina. And I'm gonna finish off this mod of relocating my Airline to the back of the Jeep. Alright, so I actually have all my parts together. Fabricated one piece already. I'll show you what that is. And then I'm going to do the install. Shouldn't take that long. Pretty much everything's together. I'm just going to go through all the parts I have and show you what I got. Alright. Alright, so this is the ARB quick release. Just to show you, it's pretty, what you do is like you push and it snaps right in, and then you pop this and it pops right out. So that's where my connector is. I got this little fitting that this is going to screw into, like so. And then here's the mounting bracket. This is an old CB Fire Stick antenna mount bracket, which I had laying around. I drilled out the hole to 3/4. That's allowing this chuck to fit right through, like so. And then this goes down and tightens it in place. like so. So I have that as my mount and holding everything together. Then I got a little 90-degree, and I got this 90-degree set up right here, and then I have a connector piece. That's gonna go on the end. So this is basically what the setup's gonna look like. I'm gonna mount this to the back corner of the Jeep. Airline's gonna connect through here, so that way it's all easy to take apart if I ever have to fix anything. I have to put all my plumbing tape on here so there's no leaks. I'm gonna screw this down into place, and then I'm gonna run my Airline. The one thing that I did get for the Airline is the Air Zenith. This is going to monitor the pressure of the whole air system. So it actually comes with a little display. I have yet to figure out where I'm going to put that display. Here's all the hardware it comes with. It comes with a little mounting bezel. So a lot of people put that in the center of the SPOD panel that they have. I have to find somewhere else to put that. But I can still connect this and install everything. This is a 1/8 inch thread fitting. So where my line is under the dash, I have a T-fitting. This is the 1/4 inch NPT. And then I have a reducer. This is a 1/4 inch to 1/8 inch. So this is gonna go like that, reduce right there in the middle. My hose line is going to come in from the compressor or the manifold from here. It's going to go out to the back of the Jeep here, and then the Air Zenith will sit like so, and then the wires will run, and then this will capture the pressure of the whole system, so you make sure it's not producing too high or too low of a pressure. Alright, so that's pretty much it. I'm going to screw down the mounting bracket that I made, and then tape everything and put it all together and run the lines. Alright, so if you don't have one of these antenna brackets laying around, I will link with all the parts that I did get off of Amazon, a couple things I got out of Home Depot. I did find a mounting bracket with a 3/4 inch hole that would actually, looks like it would work. I ended up finding this, so I saved myself like $9 bucks, so I went with this route. But I'll post everything down below. Alright, let's get to work, let's get this installed, because I want it done. Alright, mount is in. Alright, I've got them taped up, ready to go. Alright, so this is the ARB hose that I ran. I left the fitting on here so I can just connect right to it, so you'll see. There we go. So that's in place. So now I'm just going to tighten this lock washer in place so everything's snug. Alright. Alright, so you can see how I have it mounted. And then the hose is actually behind here. I'm going to clean that up. Alright, so the back section is done. So now we're just going to couple the hose underneath the dash. And then this install is done. Alright, so let's go to the front of the Jeep. Alright, I'm at the back of the Jeep. see the ARB orange line runs here behind the carpet. That's the fitting back there. So I brought it down underneath the carpet, and then I snaked it under here. And then it comes through here, and then I'm just going to snake it through here. Here's the piece that came through the firewall, and then I'm going to make my connection underneath there. So that's what we're going to do right now. Alright, I got the hoses through. It's all snaked under. I got to cut them and put the barbs in and then connect them to the fitting. Alright, so got the Air Zenith attached to my T-piece. My two barbs, I've preset them in. So you can see it's plumber's tape. That's my reducer to the 1/8. So that's all in. Now I'm just gonna slide the hoses on, grease it up, and then it's in place, and then we'll test to make sure there's no leaks. Alright, as you can see, here it is. That's the Zenith, that's the pressure sensor. Right down here is where the wires would run, and that will go to the display. I still have to figure out where I'm going to put that display. Once I figure out where the display is going to go, then I'll be able to run my lines, but for right now this should work. There shouldn't be any leaks, so we're going to test it out right now. Alright, and I'll show you how it looks under the hood. Alright, so brief rewind. Last week before the trip I installed the manifold, ran the steel line here. That's my 90 degree with the fitting, and this is the other side of the ARB hose. That's a still got the quick fit connect, so I can easily disconnect this if I need to, and then it runs down in through the firewall. Alright, ARB, my inflator. Here's my line, so I'm just gonna snap that in. Boom, snaps in, not a problem. All right, so I'm just gonna hit the compressor button, turn the compressor on, and listen for some leaks, and then we'll see if we get some air coming out of here. All right. Alright, I don't hear any leaks. So I think it's good. Let's give it a test. It works! Alright, so you can hear the compressor was running. Alright, I'm going to turn it off, let the air out, and then pop it out. All right. All right, so that is it. It is all done. This probably would have been maybe a couple hours to do completely from start to finish, but I was missing some parts when I wanted to do it before I had to leave for North Carolina. So yeah, biggest tip, just have all your parts ready to go. I'm gonna list all the parts that you need to make this install happen, and then I got a bunch of stuff, as I said, on Amazon. I did buy a couple of pieces off of Home Depot, but I'll see if I can find the same pieces on Amazon, so that way I can link it in case you have any questions. If you have any questions about this install, just leave a comment below. I'll get back to you as fast as I can. And that's about it. Hope you like this video. Share it with anybody who you think might like it. And next up, I'm working on the Wari four-wheeling videos, and I'm going to be doing a hood install. So I'm going to be adding lights for the hood to look at the to to be able to see the engine at night because there's no lights in there. So I'm going to be using KC lights for that. So that's what's up next. Alright, thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to the channel, help us grow this channel. And yeah, have a great day.